Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to the United Stands. I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is your latest Manchester United news, and we've got some big news for you as well. Check it out through the QR code. We'll talk about that in a moment though. What's going on with Manchester United? Obviously won last night, Palace on Sunday, but transfer window closes on Monday. So where are Man United? Well, it looks like Garnacho is staying. Great. Also, could Casemiro still be heading out the door? Could Marcus Rashford be heading out the door? What is happening with Tell? Are Rashford and Casemiro blocking that deal? Yes. Man United need to get players out to get players in. Don't believe this nonsense that Man United don't need to move anybody on to get players in. This has been what the Ineos are all about. So we'll talk about that as well. Also, very interesting. Can I finally say thank you for an incompetent mainstream for finally delivering what we've been talking about for weeks, months. Joel Glazer still involved in running the football club. Manchester Evening News, finally somebody pulls their finger out their arse and starts talking about how Manchester United are being run. And shame on those people who try and spin and push their propaganda that Ineos are running the football club. They're going to take over it all. Ineos are doing this. Ineos are doing that. The Glazers are there. The Glazers are running things. And so is Joel Glazer. We'll talk about that as well. Loads to get into, but it's finally here. It should have happened at Christmas. Apologies for that. 10 years of the United Stand this year. 2 million subscribers, amazing community. Our 10-year show is going back on the road and it's going to be on the 19th of March in Dublin. Get your tickets now. It's out for public consumption. Members had a chance yesterday. You can all get your tickets now. Get them while you can. It's in Dublin. It's smack in the middle of Dublin. It's in Temple Bar. It's at the Olympia Theatre. It's a great venue. It's going to be a great night. We've got loads of things lined up. Regular United Stand people will be there. Guests will be there as well. But it's going to be a fantastic show, a celebration of this amazing community, and I'm sure you'll absolutely love it in an amazing city as well. It's really important that it is in Dublin, but only those in the show will understand why. Get your tickets now while you can. They'll go very quickly. We've done 3 shows in Dublin before. It's always a great crowd. Links in the description or scan the QR code. Get them now. Fantastic. Really excited about that. Okay, let's get on with the show. So where are Manchester United in these last few days of this Manchester United transfer window? Well, look, there is a lot to be said about what is actually going on. Literally, Pletty Goal in the last couple of hours has said that Casemiro's departure remains a realistic scenario until deadline day. Various markets are being explored. Concrete talks with interested clubs are ongoing. Roma still exploring a deal to sign Casemiro. And I think that it's fair to say that that's a similar situation with Marcus Rashford. Now, this morning, a lot of people are still peddling the Matis Tell deal. The cold, harsh facts on this are that Man United are factually in financial trouble. This is why at the start of the window, those stories were coming out from credible journalists like Ornstein and Romano about Man United's willingness to sell Mainu if a decent offer came in. Reluctant, but willing. That is why for all month we've had the same story about Garnacho. Willing, reluctant, but willing to sell Garnacho if a good offer comes in. Football clubs, especially Manchester United, aren't publicly putting it out there that they're willing to sell Mainu or Garnacho reluctantly unless they're desperate for money. And we are desperate for money. So this theory that Man United are going to sign Tell without removing Casemiro or Rashford is fantasy. And some people are still peddling it. And some people are still thinking it's true. The bottom line is Marcus Rashford and Casemiro are blocking Man United even competing for Tell at this moment because they just cannot, quite rightly, have £700,000 worth of wages a week sat there, not involved till May. I mean, 700 grand a week is 1.5 million, well, just under 1.5. It's nearly 3 million a month. In 4 months, that's 12 million in wages on players that you don't want to use. That 12 million gets you Tell on loan. Piece of piss. Now, people are saying sack them. Look, they've got contracts. I mean, I'm not literally saying that Rashford and Casemiro are stood outside Carrington, you know, with, arm in arm, you know, not letting Tell in. They're not blocking the transfer in that sense, but them being at the football club, the wages they are on, it blocks Man United. It's the typical sell to buy. We saw it with McTominay and Ugarte. Ugarte couldn't come in until McTominay went. We saw it with Wan-Bissaka and Mazraoui and De Ligt. Mazraoui and De Ligt couldn't come in until Wan-Bissaka went. And look, there are patterns. We are still learning about Ineos's ownership. We are still learning about the relationship they have with the Glazers. We're still learning about Amrim. But the reality is, when it comes to transfers, we know we need to sell to buy, and all the hints are there. We're trying to sell Mainu and Garnacho if we have to. We're trying to move Rashford and Casemiro on as a priority. But none of those things have happened. So we don't have the financial manoeuvrability to go, oh, sod it, let's just go and do 10 million of a loan deal with Bayern Munich. We can't do it. So absolutely, this morning, Tell is in contract with Spurs. They put an offer on the table. He's not signed it because he's probably got a brain and he's thinking, why do I want a career without trophies? Do I want to be in a team that's ridiculously inconsistent? So I think that, look, there is an opportunity with Tell, but there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. You've got Watkins, Arsenal. You've got Chelsea there looking around at all sorts of stuff. You've got Manchester United, Tell, loan, Bayern, would work, but Man United haven't got the money to do it. So I'd say in relation to Tell, oh, that's a good coffee. I'd say in relation to Tell, time is the key. If the longer he doesn't sign for somebody else, the more chance we've got. But we've got to manoeuvre people out for that to happen. And Casemiro and Rashford, at the moment, what are the chances that both of those players are gone come Monday evening? I think there is a chance. Throw an egg in the air and see if you can catch it, or it smashes on your head. I don't know. We want to. Whether we will, I don't know. And I think that with Rashford and Casemiro, it could be that we're still talking about this on Monday, in which case it gets very, very desperate. I mean, I don't know why we're in this situation. I really, really don't. I do, but I don't. I know that it's difficult to get rid of players, but we're talking about loan deals here. We're not talking about selling them. We're talking about loan deals. We're talking about loan deals where we're going to pay half their wages. If I was somebody at Man United, I'd be sat in that boardroom going, look, we need to have a big chat in February, because that has been an absolute mess up when you give something up. We gave up selling our players.